me wrong? Fine, but do not for 1 second around with what I gotta do to get mine, because I promise you, there is nothing I'm not prepared to do.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mark Dark, and I'm back with another video. If you're new, if you love Snowfall, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like the video, and leave your theories, comments, everything down below. Now today we're going to be talking about Snowfall Season 5, Episode 3. This is the recap. Now I'm going to try my best to go over all the key points in this episode. If I miss anything, you guys let me know down below. And man, what an episode, man. What an episode. Your boy Franklin let Aunt Louie know exactly how he was feeling. Now he was trying to play it cool, but Aunt Louie, she wanted to go there. She wanted to take it there. So Franklin said, you know what? You gonna get this work. Plain and simple. I ain't playing around with you no more. This time I'm gonna let you know exactly how I really feel. So you already know that did not end well for Aunt Louie. Your boy Scully, he returned. He was back on his crazy stuff once again in this episode. We know Aunt Louie and Uncle Jerome was able to neutralize him. The question is, will he actually stay loyal to them for the long run? We're going to find out. And also in this episode, of course, Teddy, he was on his stuff, y'all. He was on his stuff. And as I said, Teddy, he's going to have to go, man. Franklin's going to have to figure out a way to do this because since he is connected to the government, it's just not going to be that easy. So we're going to see what Franklin's going to do as the season continues to air out. I can't wait to see the conclusion of all of this. You guys let me know exactly how you see it playing out. But let's begin this recap. What did we see in episode 3 titled Lions, man? And as I told you guys, I will try to focus on the key points. If I miss anything, you let me know down below. So let's begin. Now the episode begins off with Franklin talking to Aunt Louie, Uncle Jerome, and Leon. He's telling them about Grady. He doesn't know where he is at. He is telling them about Teddy's return. And it is possible that Grady could be dead, but he don't really know the full answer. Your boy Leon, he kept it real. He was like, man, I can guarantee you that Teddy was probably just jealous of the relationship that you had with Grady, and he didn't like that, so he felt like he needed to do something about it. And now I believe some of that is actually true. We know Teddy didn't like what was going on, how close Franklin and Gustavo was with Grady. At the same time, you know, Grady was taking this little cut off the top, but still, he felt some type of way about that whole relationship. Now, the whole price thing is staying at the price Teddy wants it to stay at 10 a key. And of course, Aunt Louie has some issues with that because she promised the people that she's dealing with that she's going to give them a price cut, which that was Scully, right? But now it's not going to be the case. And she is telling Franklin, can she just talk to Teddy and show him the Colombians, you know, and talk to him because she has talked to him in the past and worked things out. Franklin is like, no, it's not going to happen. Just do what I say, and I will let you guys know exactly what's going to be going on. You can already tell from the very beginning of the episode, Aunt Louie was feeling some type of way about Franklin. She didn't like it, and she wanted to let him know how she really felt, right? But she decided to go ahead and just accept it, right? So she goes to Mello, and she talks to him, tells him, like, look, the price is going to go up. You know what I'm saying? It cannot be what we told you guys in the past because things have changed. And of course, he is telling her, like, well, Scully's going to be very, very upset about this. Now, your boy Cornrows, he's like, look, how about y'all tell him? Like, we're not about to go back and tell him. You guys can tell him. That would be the better way. So now Aunt Louie, Uncle Jerome, they got to go tell this crazy man exactly what is going on, that the price has to go up. It cannot be 10 a key. It has to go up, but we already know Scully, he ain't going to be going for that, right? Now, Franklin, he is having a conversation with Veronique. He is telling her that Teddy is here, Grady is out, they have to sell his property, and she is putting 2 and 2 together. She's like, look, man, tell me how you actually feel, right? But Franklin, he tells her how he is thinking, and that is, as long as he does what Teddy wants him to do, everything will be good, just like it was in the past. Now, she's like, look, did you ask him about your pops? And we know Franklin, he's kind of trying to play it off like Teddy is just cool, but no, that's not the case. She understands that whatever happened to Franklin's pops was not an accident. Teddy popping up was not an accident, But Franklin, he can act like he doesn't necessarily believe it, but we know based off his actions through this episode, Franklin deep down inside does not trust Teddy at all, and he has to make sure he watches his every move. And that's exactly what I believe he's going to start to do as these episodes come out. Now your boy Scully, he has returned and he is back in his OG form. Crazy as I don't know what. He's taking out frustrations on cornrows, talking about he was lying and stuff like that. Next thing we know, he chops his ear off. I'm looking like, man, like, come on. There's no way, right? Now, after he does all of this, we know he has a conversation with Aunt Louie and Uncle Jerome about the price. And he's like, look, y'all told me 10 a key. That's exactly what it's going to be. I ain't budging. So Aunt Louie, she plays it cool. She's like, you know what? We gonna go ahead and give you that price. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna say nothing else. We gonna get up out of here. Now, Mello, he was looking like, man, this dude is flat out crazy. And they already peeped game early that this dude is very greedy and he wants that top spot. So Aunt Louie and Uncle Jerome, they formulate a game plan to take advantage of this dude's greed, but they want to make sure it is 100% right. So this is why they go and they contact Black Diamond in Dallas and they ask them, look, don't y'all still got those connections at the strip club? How about y'all help us set this up so we can get some intel on Mello? That way we can make this move on this whole operation, right? Now, we know this is a very awkward scene because Black Diamond was the one that shot Aunt Louie last season. Now, that was all just straight business. We know this, but she still shot her. Now, Black Diamond does apologize. She said, look, you know, I'm sorry for what happened to you. I'm glad that you did not die or whatever. But at the end of the day, as I told you guys, that was a hit that Khadijah put out there. She was paid to do her job. That's what they do. They go out there and they catch bodies. So it's understandable, at least in that perspective. Now, Franklin, he goes and he meets with Teddy. And the topic of conversation was about the price, right? And Teddy's like, look, this can't be about the price because the problem is Aunt Louie and Uncle Jerome. They got issues with the price. The price that I'm giving you is margin price, and that's it, plain and simple. So why did you really come to see me? And Franklin, he kept it real. He's like, okay, you're right. It's not about the price. You know, what about my pops? You know what I'm saying? What happened? And of course, Teddy lies straight to his face, tells him, look, he promises that he did not have anything to do with his pops. He doesn't know where or what happened to his pops. That's it. Franklin knows exactly what time it is, in my opinion. This dude is a straight up liar. He continues to lie. He thinks he has everything under control, but he's going to find out eventually that he doesn't. Now, Franklin tells him, don't he ever pop up out of nowhere, unannounced, to let him know exactly when he's coming because he cannot continue to deal with that. And Teddy tells him, look, I need you to do a drop with Gustavo later on. I'm not going to be able to make it. And this is where we see Gustavo and Teddy meet up. And he's telling Gustavo he wants him to meet up with Franklin and make that drop. Now, we get to the stripper Puff. She is getting some intel on this dude, Mello. And this dude, he's spending all his money. He's very flashy. He thinks he is the boss, right? We know who the real leader is. That is Scully, not him. But he's acting like he is the boss, that he is in charge, right? And he's paying this girl all this money just to take her clothes off. I mean, this dude ain't playing around with it. He has a weakness. So this is why they're able to get this intel on him and pass the information to Uncle Jerome and Aunt Louie. That way they can execute this whole game plan. Now we get to Peaches and Franklin. Now Franklin is telling him he can go ahead and just take the night off. He's coughing, sniffling and stuff like he's been doing the last few episodes. And we got to talk about Peaches. I'm probably going to do a separate video about him. Man, it ain't looking too good for him. We got a lot of different fan theories out there. Some say the dude on drugs. Some say the side effects that he is presenting may be HIV. You know what I'm saying? Early stages. And y'all know how big that was back in the 80s, in the 90s. It was very, very big. So that could be the case, right? So we're going to talk about that in another video, man. But if that is the case, I feel very, very bad for your boy Peaches. He's a loyal dude. And to see him go out like that, it's just crazy. But the sad thing is, this is what actually was happening back in the day. Now, Franklin goes and meet up with Gustavo to make this drop. And he's like, man, why are we at a different location Did Teddy have something to do with this? And of course he did. They're talking about Teddy, and all of a sudden Franklin puts two and two together. He starts to look up. He sees, of course, a building with all these windows, and he's like, yeah, I know what time it is. This dude is definitely watching us. So Franklin has to change his whole dialogue up to make it seem like Teddy is cool, that he was happy Grady is not here anymore, and things like that. But Teddy probably catches on, you know what I'm saying, in my opinion. As I predicted, this dude is going to be watching Franklin's every single move, making sure Franklin is still a part of his game plan and that Franklin is not trying to take him out. Did y'all notice when Gustavo went to go meet up with Teddy, Teddy grabbed his gun because he thought somebody was coming in there trying to take him out. Teddy is scared. He knows what he did to Franklin's pops, and he's feeling very, very bad and very, very nervous that he can go at any given time. Now, Detective Bucko, he comes out of nowhere. He's up in Aunt Louie's office, cooking, got his pot, comfortable as I don't know what. And Aunt Louie's like, dude, like, what are you doing? Now, this dude's talking about, oh, you know, this is just a family recipe. I'm just up in here having a good old time, right? Now, he tells her, like, look, when are you going to give me my person? I need someone now. I've been helping you out. We talked about this. When you going to do it? And Aunt Louie tells him, look, you have to wait. Just give her some more time. This is not going to be easy, right? And as I told you, Aunt Louie is bound to give this dude somebody. She's not just going to be able to get past this and expect him to give her information and she's not giving him nothing back. So it's coming, in my opinion. Now, Aunt Louie, Uncle Jerome, they go meet up with Mello. They understand that this dude is the weak link. They take advantage of this. Of course, he tells them that Scully has planned to take them out after the next deal. So they say, you know what? How about we set him up together to take the fall? So Mello gives them the address of Scully's psychic and tells them, like, look, he's going to be there at this certain time or whatever. So you guys can go there, take him out. And of course, he's going to pay. Now, Uncle Jerome and Aunt Louie did not waste any time at all. They go and they meet up at this psychic's place. And they're like, man, this person's a psychic. Like, it's a chance they may know exactly what's about to go down. And I'm looking like, man, well, you may be right? They open the door and I'm looking like, oh, hell nah. We got the original Miss Cleo. This is the original Miss Cleo, right? And she opens up the door. She's not trying to do business. Aunt Louie pulls that stack of paper out and she's like, okay, we can talk now. But I swear, this lady looked like she done dipped her whole face in some cocaine. I'm looking like, okay, so she really trying to get high. That's how she's able to tell the future. Then we get to Dallas and Franklin. We know he doesn't have Peaches because Peaches is all tore up, right? So he takes her back to the location that he had to drop with Gustavo. And of course, he is checking out that building that he saw with all those windows. And his mindset was right. Your boy Teddy was watching them, plotting and planning. And Franklin is very, very upset. And as I told you guys, hopefully Franklin learns from this and he starts to watch Teddy's every move even more. While he was telling his girl, you know what I'm saying, he thinks Teddy is cool as long as he does what Teddy wants. Deep down inside, Franklin knows that is not true. And he knows that his time is running out. And the things that Teddy promised him, that's not going to be the case. He has to figure out a way to finish this dude off somehow, some way. Now, Uncle Jerome and Aunt Louie, they meet up with Scully and they catch him slipping. And Scully's like, man, I knew y'all was some possums. I knew this was not going to end well. And of course, they're talking to him about how Mello wants the top spot and that he, you know, told them that you was going to set them up at the next drop. So now Scully is very, very upset. It cuts off and then it comes back on. We see Mello, he comes in and he's like, look, I need proof. You know what I'm saying? Y'all talking about what y'all did. I need proof that y'all actually went out there and did it. And of course, once they gave him that old necklace, he's like, okay, it's business time now. He was feeling some type of way. He thought he was at the top. This dude's greed took over. All of a sudden, Scully comes out of nowhere. He's like, look, dude, you foul. You know what I'm saying? You've been dirty the whole time. And of course, he was trying to act like it wasn't that big of a deal. Scully snaps this dude's neck. Did not waste any time at all. And I'm looking like, man, this ain't looking too good, man. And of course, Scully, he tells them like, look, you know, y'all could have just did me in, but y'all didn't. And Aunt Louie has to remind him like, look, that whole hospital conversation that they had, it was real. She was not lying. And she is not trying to be going back and forth with Scully and his people time and time again. It does not make any sense, right? So now it seems like Scully is going to have some loyalty with them. He said he was kind of feeling different at first, but now they're going to be good. We're going to see how it's all going to play out. He does let Jerome keep that necklace as a reminder of what happened. Now, Aunt Louie, she grabs the cup that Mello had. Now, if you guys go back to that scene, when Mello walks in, they zoom in on that cup. It drops to the ground. They zoom in on it, right? And then after everything is over, they show Aunt Louie take that same cup and she grabs it and she puts it in a trash can or whatever. I think she's going to take that cup and try to use that as leverage for Detective Bucko. She's going to use that and she's going to pin this on somebody. Is it going to be Scully? That's what the fans are saying. Some people are saying maybe it's someone else. We know that Mello's fingerprints was on that. So I want to know exactly what's going to happen. But the rumor is, the fan theory is, at least Scully just may be set up. And this whole thing about the possum, well, Scully, you're probably right. You're probably right. They're playing you, and it's just a matter of time before you really see it. They're acting like everything is good, but Aunt Louie definitely has to give Detective Buckley some body, and her time is running out. Then we get to Wanda and we get to Franklin. And Wanda, she needs some work. She needs a job, right? Now, your boy Leon told Wanda to stay away from Franklin, that he's going to find her something to do. He doesn't want her being around him. But Wanda said, you know what? I'm going to go to Franklin. He is going to be able to help me out a little bit faster than what Leon can do. I got a feeling this is going to backfire and Leon is going to be upset about this. We got to wait and see what's going to happen. But we know Leon definitely told Wanda to just stay away and he will find her something. But as I told you guys, I guess he was taking a little bit too long for Wanda, and she had to do what she had to do. As she said, she can't keep struggling. She needs this money and she needs it now. Then we get to the end of the episode, and of course, we know Aunt Louie, she wants to know about what's going on with Teddy and the whole price thing. Franklin tells her this whole thing with Teddy and you and all that was never about the price. You know what I'm saying? And that's what he told me. And actually, he is right. This is what Franklin said. He tells her, like, look, we won't even be having these issues if y'all would have stayed up under me, if things was going like they were going in the past, right? We know Aunt Louie and Uncle Jerome, they wanted to do their own thing. Franklin is telling them, like, look, we need to keep it all in house. Y'all need to come on back and we need to do things like we used to do. And we know Aunt Louie ain't having that. She's trying to argue. She's saying, look, she's not trying to take orders from you. And Franklin's like, look, we got to take orders from somebody. Everybody has to answer to somebody. And I'd be damned if I sit up here and not do exactly what Teddy wants me to do. And he even stated that this man could have possibly disappeared his father and he's still working with him. Franklin does mention that it was not Uncle Jerome's idea to split. It was Aunt Louie's idea. And he asked her, what do you want, Queen Louie? I mean, he was on one. Franklin, he went up to the next level. He was not playing around at all. Uncle Jerome, he couldn't do anything. All he can do is say, look, tell him what you want. Which we know she ended up saying she ain't trying to be taking all these orders from people. Franklin, he's like, look, man, this is what's going to happen. Y'all ain't about to get in my way. Hell, y'all can go out there and work on your own. Y'all can do exactly what y'all want to do by yourself, but don't get in my way. Don't mess up what I am trying to do. And he tells Aunt Louie and Uncle Jerome that, look, there is nothing that I am not prepared to do. And if y'all watch the episode, y'all know how he said it. Now he delivered that. As I told y'all, man, my quick thoughts, early impressions video. Damson, this dude that plays Franklin Saint, is a beast. He's a beast, man. And I'm looking like, man, this dude, he took it up to a whole nother notch in this particular scene, and he killed it. And it really made you feel like Aunt Louie felt that. You know what I'm saying? The look on her face, she was salty for real. She's like, look, it is what it is. I guess she's going to have to sit there and accept what he is saying. She couldn't even come back from anything. And the way that Franklin said it to them made it really seem like he is willing to take them out if he had to. It doesn't matter if you're family. You're not about to get in his way. He's just trying to at least enjoy what he has while he can, you know what I'm saying, while he's alive. And he be damned if they mess any of that up. But as I told you guys, this whole thing with Teddy, Franklin is going to have to figure out a way to handle that, because we know Teddy is the government It's not going to be easy trying to take him out, but we know if Franklin does not figure something out, Franklin is not going to last. And your boy Teddy, he is plotting and planning, preparing himself for the end game, right? He is trying to prepare himself for the end of this mission. And unfortunately, Franklin Saint ain't a part of it, at least as far as being protected. I don't care what Teddy and Franklin done talked about in the past, about when it's all said and done, that he's going to be good. Teddy cannot be trusted. And it's quite obvious Teddy does not trust Franklin, and he understands that Franklin is a threat, and he's going to have to figure out a way to neutralize him just long enough until he is pretty much done with him, right? And Gustavo, he needs to be plotting and planning his damn self, because none of them can trust Teddy. He's very, very dangerous. So we're going to see how it all plays out. We know it's going to be a showdown between Franklin and Teddy as the season airs out, and I cannot wait to see the conclusion of it all. But you guys, you let me know, man, what do you think about episode 3? It was a very, very good episode. It went down. I cannot wait for episode 4. We will be talking about the episode 4 trailer as well. So you guys get ready for that. Enjoy your day. I will be dropping the Bear Lair episode 6 recap later on in the day for you guys. So get ready for that as well. But thank you guys for all the love, all the support, and I will catch y'all on the next one. But let me get up on out of here, man. It's your boy Mark Dark. I'm out. Peace.